Imagine waking up one morning, you grab your phone before getting out of bed, you order breakfast without speaking to another person, your coffee is made by a machine, your groceries arrive without a cashier, your taxes are prepared by software, your doctor is assisted by artificial intelligence, your customer service problem is solved by a chatbot. By the time you finish your morning, more than 20 workers have already been replaced by machines you never even noticed. The strange part isn't that it's happening, it's that most people still believe their own job is safe. History tells a very different story, because every technological revolution has made the same promise. Machines will help people, but every revolution has also asked the same question: which people? This isn't just another story about artificial intelligence, it's the story of who disappears first and why, the pattern. Nobody notices. Every generation believes their jobs are different. In the early 1800s, textile workers laughed at the first mechanical looms. The machines were slow, expensive, unreliable. They'll never replace skilled workers, they said. Within a few decades, millions of textile jobs had vanished forever. Then it happened again. Farm equipment replaced generations of agricultural workers. Factories replaced craftsmen. ATMs reduced bank teller jobs. Email transformed postal services. Streaming replaced video rental stores. Every time, people believed their profession would survive. Every time, history proved otherwise. But today's revolution is unlike anything humanity has experienced before, because for the first time, machines aren't replacing muscles, they're replacing minds, and that changes everything. The jobs most at risk: customer service, data entry, basic bookkeeping, travel agents, telemarketers, receptionists, translators of simple documents, proofreaders, administrative assistants performing repetitive work, junior graphic designers producing routine marketing materials, basic copywriters, simple legal document reviewers, medical transcriptionists. These professions all have one thing in common: their work follows predictable patterns. Artificial intelligence thrives on patterns. If your work can be described as receive information, process information, return information, AI is learning to do it faster every day. But here's the surprising twist. The safest jobs aren't necessarily the highest paying ones, the jobs that refuse to disappear. Picture a plumber standing in a flooded basement at midnight, pipes hidden behind 60-year-old plaster, a layout no blueprint fully explains. No two houses are the same, no two failures are the same. A robot can weld a car door 10,000 times a day, but ask that same robot to crawl under a stranger's sink, diagnose a problem it has never seen in a space it wasn't designed for, and it fails. This is the quiet secret of automation. Machines are brilliant at repetition. They struggle with improvisation. That's why electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, and skilled tradespeople keep showing up on safest jobs lists year after year. Not because their work is simple, but because it's the opposite. It's unpredictable. Now picture something very different. A room full of executives arguing over a decision with no clear right answer, layoffs or a pay freeze, expand overseas or protect the home market, trust the data or trust the gut. Leadership was never really about having the right answer. It's about being willing to own the consequences of a wrong one. An algorithm can recommend a decision, it can even calculate the odds better than any human, but it cannot walk into a room and take responsibility for how that decision affects real people. It cannot look someone in the eye and explain why. That's not a technical limitation, it's a human one. And it's exactly why leadership keeps surviving revolution after revolution. Now think about creativity, not the kind that fills a template, the kind that breaks one. AI can remix. It can combine existing patterns in impressive new ways. But ask it to create something that has never existed before, something born from a very specific childhood memory, a personal heartbreak, an obsession no one else shares, and it has nothing to draw from, because it has never lived. The artists, directors, and designers most at risk are the ones producing safe, generic, forgettable work. The ones who disappear last are the ones who make people feel something an algorithm has never felt. Then there's emotional intelligence, a nurse holding the hand of a frightened patient before surgery, a therapist noticing the pause before someone admits the truth, a teacher recognizing that a struggling student isn't lazy, they're scared. These moments can't be reduced to a workflow. They require reading a room that has never existed before, filled with people who have never met before, carrying problems no dataset has fully captured. And finally, complex human interaction, negotiating a merger, de-escalating an angry customer who doesn't just want a refund, they want to feel heard, convincing a skeptical board to take a risk. These situations aren't puzzles with one correct output. They're negotiations between egos, histories, and half-spoken fears. The common thread through skilled trades, leadership, creativity, empathy, and negotiation is this: they all require judgment in situations nobody has trained for. And judgment, unlike information, cannot simply be downloaded. So maybe the real question was never, which jobs will disappear? Maybe it was always, which parts of us were replaceable all along? The future may not belong to the people who compete with AI. It may belong to those who learn how to work alongside it. The question isn't whether your industry will change. The question is, will you change before it does? Perhaps the real question was, never. Which jobs will survive? Perhaps it has always been, which skills will survive? The answer may surprise you. It isn't programming, it isn't mathematics, and it isn't artificial intelligence itself. It's adaptability. For more than 200 years, technology has transformed the way we work, and every single time, humanity has survived, not because we resisted change, but because we adapted to it. Artificial intelligence will replace tasks, it will transform industries, and yes, some professions will disappear completely, but human value has never been found in what we repeatedly do. It's found in what only we can become. The future belongs to those who learn faster than the world changes around them, those who combine creativity with technology, empathy with intelligence, leadership with innovation, and courage with curiosity. By 2030, artificial intelligence may do many things better than we do, but it will still need something only human beings can provide: judgment, purpose, and meaning. So don't ask whether artificial intelligence is coming for your job. Ask something much more important. Are you becoming the kind of person that artificial intelligence cannot replace? Because the future isn't waiting for any of us. It's already here. And whether you survive it may depend entirely on what you choose to learn next.